Hi everyone, it's Martin again, 5 Minute Gardener. Anyway, today I'm going to choose one of my favourite species of plants, Primula. This particular variety, and it's coming to the end of the season, as you can see. You know, we are in middle of November, even though I don't quite feel like it. This plant is the Primula Gigas, Gigas. A lovely plant. I found it 3 or 4 years ago, so I didn't know it was around. Likes water, so likes a soggy bottom. So anything by ponds, streams, something like that is fantastic, and I do appreciate most people haven't got a stream in their garden. So, you know, if you do, brilliant, well done. If you don't, then obviously if you've got a pond, fantastic. If you haven't got a pond, then you can make something else up that doesn't cause a huge amount of problem for you in dry spells, but enables you to have, you know, this plant or any sort of plant that requires some sort of I would say specialist or specific type of environment to thrive on. Now, as you can see from this typical Primula, this is one plant. Well, as you can see, it's not one plant now, there's several plants in there. It's got a great root ball, lovely purpley pink flowers on a single stem. Fantastic. Now, this can apply to any type of plant that needs to go into a specific situation. What you do is you try to cheat nature a little bit. What I try to do now is I try to cheat nature, but without trying to cheat yourself. Now, the last thing you want to do is plant these knowing that they require an awful lot of water to sit and keep them wet underneath, and have to like water them all the time during the dry spells in summer. So this is what I do on this particular plant requiring water. Take an old pot, it's got holes in the bottom, obviously. I cover the holes up as much as I can with stones, anything you like. Don't have them fully exposed so that water can get through, so it doesn't become stagnant, but largely it's retained within this pot. Then, and I know what you're thinking, you're going to be thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, you're chucking in a pot, you're going to put the pot somewhere, and the pot is an absolute pain in the backside in dry weather because you've got to water it all the time. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Pots, I love them, but they are a pain in the backside. And quite frankly, I think the whole idea of pots now in a garden is one that you have to challenge yourself as to the importance of, because in dry spells they are a nightmare, because the sun beats down on the top, water comes out, sun beats down on the side, that gets warm, comes out. However, what you do with this pot is you dig a pit in the garden that you want the plants, you bury it, and you bury it up to obviously that bit there, and that's it. The rainwater will keep it nicely watered. There won't be a huge amount of water leaking away from this, but sufficient so that it's not stagnant. The surrounding soil, and let's face it, if the weather is so bad it's going to dry out the soil to that much, then quite frankly we might as well all give up. So you can enjoy this plant, put it in its own environment which it likes, soggy bottom, bury it, and you don't have to worry about it, and that's it. Anyway, great plant, thoroughly recommend it. It's a brilliant addition to any Primula lover out there, and I would recommend doing it this way, so that then you get a lovely display of these plants, even if you haven't got the necessary environment to plant them in. Anyway, speak to you soon.